So, before we go on to today's topic, gotta tell you, Thump Er, link below, he's got a cherry 78 Camaro. Oh my goodness. It even comes with, all kinds of parts, extra parts. I mean, it's a classic. I like the extra steering wheel. It's got the steering wheel package in there, so that's good. I'll put the link below. So Tucker Carlson has a commentary on a video, and it allegedly shows a Navy ship that was taking images of a UFO. You heard it right, kids. An unidentified flying object. Now, there's a couple things here that make me scratch my head when we're talking about UFOs and aliens and all this stuff. Okay, so let's assume, for the sake of discussion, that our nearest neighbor, Alpha Centauri, Beta Centauri, Proxima Centauri, 4 light years away, roughly, right? 4.3, okay, and change. Say our neighbors are there. Well, at the speed of light, it would take 4 point. You get the picture, right? Space is a big place. So let's assume that this civilization living on Beta Centauri or whatever is advanced. I mean, really super advanced. Maybe they've figured out the equation for everything, right? They know the tricks. They know the dimensional travel. They know all these crazy things, right? So let's say they have a wormhole string thing, and they get, in an hour or whatever, they get here to Earth. Okay, so you'd have to be, at least for the laws of physics that we know today, got to be pretty advanced, right, to open up a wormhole and whatever magic dimensional thing you're doing. You have to be pretty smart or at least lucky. We just kind of stumbled on this, was drinking beer in the backyard. Probably might involve a little bit of math and, that kind of stuff. So, let us assume that our neighbors at Alpha Centauri, they're pretty smart. They have the capability to build a spacecraft, and they can get through a wormhole or a string or a dimensional jump or something or other. They can warp space or, that kind of thing. So what are they going to do when they come to the Earth? Well, I mean, just like any alien who can warp time and space, they would come down in sight of a Navy ship, wouldn't they? Of course, why wouldn't you? I mean, come on. Everybody knows, when the aliens get here, the first thing they do is they turn on all their frigging lights. I mean, everybody knows this. Why? Obviously, every one of these UFOs you see flying around, that lights are flashing, twirling, doing all kinds of weird stuff, because it has to do with the interdimensional travel that once they get here, they got to turn the lights on to burn off energy, or who knows? It's got to be. Well, I'm sure there's some reason. I mean, why would you travel across the galaxy? Why would you travel 4 light years through a wormhole to get here and turn on your lights? That's interesting. You somehow figured out how to do this, so you're here. You come to the Earth, you want to observe stupid humans. Can you imagine if you were that advanced of a species, you'd be going, what the hell is wrong with these cavemen? They have nuclear weapons. Ooh, shit. Well, I guess they're not quite cavemen, but compared to us, yeah. So they come down here to have a look and take a cow, kidnap a few people, anal probe them, whatever they're doing. So the first thing they would do after coming up with this technology and dimensional travel is to come to Earth and hover near a Navy ship. Isn't that what you would expect a UFO to do? Now, the footage is interesting. I mean, it clearly shows something up there hovering. Now, you could say, well, hamster, maybe there's not aliens in there. Maybe it's an alien probe. They don't want to come here because they might get infected with some disease they don't have. Okay, yeah, maybe. Sure. I mean, they're pretty smart. They probably cured all diseases. But, hey, these are the hillbilly aliens, right? So they send a probe and they send it here, and then the thing descends into the ocean, disappears. So there's footage of this. I'll put the link below. Does that really make any sense? I mean, you'd come to Earth, you'd hover, it looks like for several minutes, within range of a frigging Navy ship. Now, the question might be, you might ask yourself, what was the Navy doing here? I mean, they have an unidentified, could be an enemy, hovering that close to his ship. I don't know how close it was. It's hard to tell the range, but maybe a mile. Not sure. Wouldn't they have, flown some sorties? Send a couple of planes up, targeted missiles at this thing, I mean, what if it started shooting? I mean, they got to do something, right? So we assumed the Navy ship was ready to go, right? Wouldn't that be a safe assumption? Wouldn't that be a question somebody would ask? So you guys are ready to shoot this thing out of the sky. Why didn't you? Where's the captain? Excuse me, Captain, why didn't you take defensive moves against you don't know what the hell it is. It could be a nuclear weapon. You don't know what the hell. So would that question be something you'd ask? Excuse me, Captain, should we put weapons and go to alert or whatever they do and put some planes in the air and see what the hell is going on here? I see no evidence of that. So I would ask that question. Were you ready to shoot this thing out of the sky? After all, you're in charge of a, $100 million or $200 million ship. So many questions, aren't there? Many, many, many questions. I'll put the link so you can watch it. We see some videos here lately where, the pilots are up and they've got their infrared cameras on and whatever, and the thing is floating above the ocean. I don't know. If I had to bet $1, I would say it is a weapon system that we are developing. Probably even the Navy and those folks don't even know about it, right? It's spooky kind of shit. And they're throwing it out there, and the government wants to see how we'll react. Our troops, what are they going to do, et cetera, and so on. But if this particular ship wasn't ready to blow this thing out of the sky, I don't know. Maybe someone knew something. I don't know. James Maxwell, thank you for listening.